Hi, this is Farhan and welcome back to another video. Let's just get started with this absolutely amazing update coming from the Ripple and XRP world. Now, if you've been following this lawsuit, you might have known a thing or two. And one of the very important things that we were currently waiting in this ongoing lawsuit was the judge's verdict on these very important emails and documents from former finance director of the SEC, William Hinman. Basically, in the past, the judge had awarded multiple victories to Ripple, saying that, hey, SEC, go and give these documents to Ripple. But as you guys already know, that was not happening. But this time, and hopefully for the final time, the judge has said that, hey, it is time you award these important documents, hand them over to Ripple. Now, there's some major distinctions and major differences between the previous ones. Previously, we had Judge Annette Burns, who was the magistrate judge in this lawsuit, which was awarding these victories to Ripple. But for the first time in this important William Hinman documents, Judge Annalisa Torres, who is the main judge, who is the judge that is going to decide who wins this lawsuit, has awarded this huge victory to Ripple and by extension XRP. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at this and what this exactly means for this Ripple lawsuit and what might those documents contain in those that might help Ripple and XRP. So a lot of very important details. So let's get started. Now let me just start off by saying why this is such a huge victory, and let me try to bring you guys into context here on what's exactly happening. So these documents, these William Hinman emails, are related to his infamous speech back in 2018 in which he basically called Bitcoin and Ether non-securities. And what Ripple attorneys are trying to do here is kind of prove to the judge, saying that, hey, look, Bitcoin and Ether are very similar to how XRP is. XRP is very similar to those. So by context, XRP is not a security. So this is what they're going to say. Not only that, there are some theories going on out there that in one of these emails and documents, when he was writing the speech, somebody might have asked him, hey, like, based on your speech, it might seem like XRP is also not a security. They might have actually used the phrase XRP not being a security, and that is absolutely huge thing. That is like handing the victory to Ripple in a plate. So this is what they're really trying to prove. This is why SEC is going way beyond any measure and trying to not give these documents, these emails, to Ripple attorneys. So now let's take a look on what exactly did the judge say. The SEC's objections to Judge Annette Burns' finding with respect to SEC's assertions of attorney-client privilege are overruled. The court has reviewed the remainder of the thorough and well-reasoned orders for clear errors and finds none. Accordingly, the court overrules SEC's objections and directs the SEC to comply with the orders. Basically, you might, if you have been following this lawsuit, you might have realized in the past, Judge Annette Burns did order these emails, these documents to be handed over to Ripple, but that had not happened. So for quite some time, they were going back and forth, and I think almost 5 times the judge ruled in favor of Ripple saying hand over these documents. But that was Judge Annette Burns, the magistrate judge. This judge, Annalisa Torres, is the main judge, the judge that is going to be deciding the final verdict between Ripple versus the SEC. And she has said that, hey guys, it is time for you to hand over these documents. So as you can expect, this is an absolutely massive deal. Now everything does look great, but I have to warn you here that SEC does not give up that easily. There are some things which SEC can do to try to delay these things. And former US prosecutor James Phelan, he put it, he says the SEC has a number of procedural cards that they can play to try to further delay complying with the orders to produce the Hinman documents. First, they can ask Judge Torres to reconsider order overruling the SEC objection. Second, they could skip the motion for reconsideration and just ask her to clarify an appeal of the decision she issued today. Third, they could go to the Court of Appeals directly on a petition for writ of mandamus. As I have mentioned before, these are all low probability of success maneuvers. But if the SEC wants to delay producing the documents, they may try any or even all of these maneuvers, and they could take an additional 2 to 3 months to work out. None of these attempts at delay, however, will impact the summary judgment schedule. So yes, we have gotten, the judge Annalisa Torres has said that, hey guys, go ahead and give these documents to Ripple, but still SEC can still try to delay this. But at this point, SEC trying to delay, trying to use these maneuvers they're not really going to win. The maximum they can achieve out of this is delaying the lawsuit, but still that is not going to impact the summary judgment, as we have seen from James Phelan. In fact, this was such a huge victory today that the General Counsel of Ripple, he tweeted saying that we are pleased by the sixth and hopefully final decision from the court to produce these documents, which grants Ripple access to important documents that the SEC has continued to withhold. The SEC continues to deliberately foster uncertainty rather than provide clear guidance, which is why we are vigorously defending this case on behalf of the entire crypto industry. And very rightfully so. Now, even though if you are a Ripple and XRP hater, there is one thing which you should consider, and that is SEC is not really here to kind of protect the investor as they claim. It's basically hurting the investor at this point. They just want to do anything and everything that is possible to try to win this lawsuit. But from what we're seeing right now, Ripple truly has the upper hand within this lawsuit from all the details which we are getting. And in fact, this was such a big victory that as soon as the announcement began, the price of XRP did increase quite a bit. And today we are seeing, at least at the time of making this video, the price of XRP has increased by 8.6% in the last 24 hours. But we did see that the price of XRP did cross that 50-cent barrier, that resistance level. But unfortunately, it was not able to hold that. Since then, the price is slightly decreased to around 0.48 cents. Overall, today was an absolutely amazing victory for Ripple and XRP. But going forward, there are still some very important things that which we are really looking forward to. Some of the important things that are going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, it is related to the summary judgment, basically the main course in this lawsuit, and that is how the judge is going to decide who is going to be the victor within this Ripple versus the SEC lawsuit, and by extension is going to have an absolutely massive impact on the price of XRP. And October 24th is the day you should be marking your calendars, and I'll be coming up with more details on what exactly is going to be happening that day. But just to give a brief gist on that, that is the day when both Ripple and the SEC are going to be coming out with their replies to their summary judgment. So that is an absolutely big deal. Now, I also have to give you guys a quick reminder that as soon as this I posted my last video, straight 10 hours after that, we got this massive update. But the last video in which I talked about, and there's a very important one, and that is we had those leaks of William Hinman's calendar, and from that we go to find out that Ripple and the SEC were going to settle before this lawsuit even started back in December of 2020, and that would have been an absolutely big deal. But unfortunately, that did not happen because of William Hinman, and that is why the William Hinman emails and documents are so ridiculously important. And if you guys want to, I will be linking that video in the description box below, so go ahead and check it out. Before ending the video, I would highly appreciate if you enjoyed this video to hit that subscribe button, as it really helps this channel out a lot. And if you have any comments, suggestions, do let me know in the comment section below, because I pretty much read all the comments. And as always, thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time.